Let's start with right off the top. Who are you?
My name is Stephen Lecce. I'm the newly elected member in the riding of King-Vaughan.
Why did you get into politics, Stephen?
Well, I got involved at the tender age of 13, and I did that because, I really did believe that the next generation has to step forward in politics. And I'm a generational conservative. I ran in this election for the first time with a simple message. It's to make sure that the next gen is set up to succeed and that they can achieve their full potential. And it has just been an amazing and very humbling experience, as I'm sure you can appreciate.
So you started getting involved in politics when you were 13.
I did. It was for Al Paldini, a former cabinet minister, and it was the 1999 election. And I got involved really with mandates to represent younger voices within the Conservative Party. My parents are not political. I'm the son of immigrants. They came here post-war looking for opportunity, and I want to honor that sacrifice. I went into this really to build upon the successes of our forefathers who came here seeking economic opportunity, worked hard, and now I'm the product of their sacrifice. First generation in this country, and I'm been humbled to be with the opportunity to serve in Parliament.
You're 31. Tell me about your life. What else do you do outside of politics?
For sure. So, just for context, I had the benefit and privilege to serve the former Prime Minister Stephen Harper as his chief spokesperson and worked in Ottawa in the national government. And I think that serves me and my constituents very well, knowing how to navigate government and get things done.
So you know how to spin people like me.
No, Cynthia, you're much better at this than I am. I'm humbled. But look, I recognize that it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm going to fight very hard for my constituents. That is my job. I get that. But it's helpful to know how to navigate the bureaucracy and how to move the yardstick forward on priorities that I care about. And but outside of politics, look, I've got two amazing, beautiful nieces. I'm really close to my family. I'm the typical big Italian family, and they're very close to me. I'm also involved in a lot of nonprofits in my community. I do a lot of mentorship for sort of young people who are trying to enter into politics or business. I'm also a guy that, like anyone else, likes to have see my friends from time to time and just enjoy the beauty of my community, which I've got the McMichael Art Gallery in Kleinburg, and we've got things like, beautiful parks and trails in King Township. The riding I live in, where I grew up in pretty much for my entire life, is amazing, and I'm going to encourage everyone who's watching to come up and visit King-Vaughan.
What's the number one thing you would like to fight for in government?
I think overall it's advancing economic opportunity. I think for so many people in Ontario, particularly young people, but all of us, I think there's that spirit that has moved our province forward since Confederation. The idea that if you work hard, you can get ahead. If you make a difference in your community, there's a positive outcome that will come of it. I think that spirit has largely faded or dissipated in the hearts of many people. And that's sad, because I think we all know that there's a lot of potential in Ontario, a lot of young people and people across the province who want to achieve and want to work and have the dignity of a decent job. So my aspiration for them and for everyone in my riding and for everyone across the province is to give them hope, give them the dignity of a good paying job, and restore economic opportunity in Ontario. I want to create an opportunity society. If you work hard, you will get ahead. And that's the spirit that I was raised with in the 90s, as I recall, and I want to help bring that back. And we've got an amazing team. Honestly, under the Premier designate Doug Ford, he really does believe in that principle, and that's why I'm excited to serve with him and looking forward to what our government will bring and the positive change we're going to deliver for people in Ontario.
As Stephen Harper's spokesperson, what is the one lesson that you will never forget, good or bad?
I think the importance of just always having integrity in the role you have. I know that this is an honorable career. It can be, it ought to be, and it could be a force for good. And so I want to make sure that my integrity is always intact and serve my constituents with great honor and follow them in their direction, my conscience. I think that's an important lesson in governments, to have integrity, to be held accountable, and to live up to the highest ethical standards. I really think government needs more of that, particularly after I know, permit me to say this, but after some years of scandal. I really do think we need people to raise the bar, and I'm prepared to do that. And as I say, I'm going into this with a recognition that this can be an incredible opportunity to impact and affect change, and I want to do that.
You also know from the inside, working in the federal government, how difficult this job can be as well.
It can be, but I look at it as an opportunity. Honest to God, I'm given the privilege of a lifetime to serve people and to make a difference and to fight for their priorities. That is inspiring, that is motivating, that is what's the reason why I get up every day with that aspiration in mind. So look, I recognize that there'll be ups and downs in this business, but honestly, Cynthia, I cannot underscore the level of humility and energy I have to serve people. and see this as an opportunity to make a difference in their lives. That's my mandate. That's my commitment to the people of Ontario, to the people of King-Vaughan, and I'm going to honor that.
So you have been described to me as someone to watch, somebody who, you know, in the future is going to really rise within the government. That's a big responsibility. And where do you see yourself? Like, what are your aspirations? And I know you're going to say serve this government and this premier designate, but where do you see yourself in the next 8 years?
You know what? I would rather get your permission, get your advice on this question. I think you see me down the road. You're projecting upon my life. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm an incrementalist. My goal 2 years ago was to win a nomination, and then it was to win an election in my riding. And now here I am, and I am one step at a time. And so I'm just so honored to serve people in my community. I've got an amazing community. I'm proud of our team. We have a solid, dynamic, experienced team of people who are ready to govern. Like, that is amazing in itself. Look, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to see where life takes me, but all I know is that throughout my life, I'm going to follow the principles that my immigrant parents and grandparents ingrained in me, to work hard, as I mentioned, to have your integrity, and to serve. And I think if I can embrace those principles, I know that I'll be able to hang up my hat at the end of this experience with a sense of accomplishment.
When you're sworn in on Friday, are you meeting or attaining or surpassing 13-year-old Stephen Lecce's goals?
I think I've met them, certainly. And look, I mean, when I went into this many years ago, almost 20 years ago, I had no sense that this is where I'd end up. I always knew that public service could be an incredible opportunity. I loved politics. I love the incredible opportunity that government can provide when it comes to improve people's lives. So I'm humbled and I'm awed by it, but I want you to know that notwithstanding the humility that will never leave my spirit, I'm extremely determined to make a difference, and I'm already laying the groundwork to, deliver progress for my riding and to serve with an amazing caucus. I mean, honest to God, we have such a good group of people who are going to make a difference, and I couldn't be more proud to serve with them.
Well, I'm going to have fun watching you. All the
Thank
best.
you so much.
Thank you very much, and
that.
congratulations.
Thank you.